This is who covert narcissists want to marry. Are you one of them? Hidden agenda revealed. Let's be real. This isn't going to be sugarcoated. If you're involved with a covert narcissist, know this: marriage isn't about love for them. It's about image. Narcissists don't fall in love with people. They fall in love with the fantasy of being admired, praised, and put on a pedestal. Their entire life revolves around chasing status and recognition. And if that means tying someone down in a marriage to complete their perfect public image, so be it. You think they care about wedding vows? About till death do us part? Not a chance. Here's the truth. Covert narcissists are expert manipulators. They know how to spin a convincing story. They create the illusion of a loving, stable relationship, one that looks flawless to outsiders. And they'll do whatever it takes to maintain that illusion. But behind the scenes, it's a very different picture. They are not in it to love or support. They are in it to gain. They calculate. They scheme. They constantly evaluate what the relationship can do for them. You're not a partner. You're a chess piece in their carefully designed game. Make no mistake. To a covert narcissist, marriage is a performance. Their finest role. Their masterpiece. And they'll go to great lengths to keep the audience clapping. It's not about you. You're simply there to help sell the image. You're the attractive prop that tells the world they've made it. Not a soulmate. A symbol. And when the spotlight fades, you'll be left in the dark, wondering where the act ended and the truth began. 1. The covert narcissist fixation on image, the perfect illusion. Covert narcissists strive for perfection, not personal growth, but perfect presentation. They don't want to better themselves internally. They want to look flawless to everyone else. Marriage, to them, is just another tool to complete the picture of a successful, enviable life. They don't crave love. In fact, they don't even need a genuine partner. What they do need is validation. Constant, unquestioning validation. To them, marriage is a stage. They are the star. Everyone else, especially you, is part of the supporting cast. They'll play the perfect spouse. Smile at the right moments. Ask about your day. Charm your friends and impress your family. And it'll all feel so real until it doesn't. Because behind the curtain, there's emotional distance. There's calculation. There's emptiness. And when the mask finally slips, what you'll see is this. They were never looking for love. They were chasing the perfect illusion, and you were just part of the scenery. 2. Marriage isn't about love. It's a business deal to them. If you think a covert narcissist gets married for love, think again. For them, marriage isn't about connection or devotion. It's a calculated move. A transaction. A deal that benefits them. And in that deal, you're the product. To them, you're not a life partner or soulmate. You're an investment. A resource. Maybe you offer financial security or boost their image socially. Maybe they just need your health insurance. Whatever it is, they're not there for your heart. They are there for what you bring to the table. And the scariest part? They are so good at faking it. They'll make you believe they are in love, that you're lucky to have them. But the truth is, they're always calculating. What's in this for me? They play the long game like a chess master, thinking 5 moves ahead while you're still learning the rules. You're not in a romance. You're a supply source, someone who feeds their ego and helps maintain their image. And the moment you stop being useful, they won't hesitate to drop you and find someone else who serves their next goal. Because to them, you're not a person. You're a tool, a step on their ladder. 3. You're not a partner. You're a trophy. Now let's talk about how covert narcissists pick their targets. They don't look for equals. They don't look for real love. They look for someone they can shape, mold, and control. Someone younger. Someone vulnerable. Someone going through a rough patch or fresh out of a breakup. Anyone who still believes in fairy tale love stories and hasn't seen the red flags. Why? Because that kind of person is easier to manipulate, easier to impress, easier to control. To them, you're a trophy, a shiny prize that makes them look good. It boosts their ego. It proves they're desirable, powerful, in control. At first, they'll flatter you. They'll show you off like a new car, post you online, brag about you to friends. But it's all for appearances. Once you're emotionally attached, the real game begins. They'll start shaping you, changing how you think, act, and feel until you're no longer you. You become a mirror of what they want. And by the time you realize it, you're deep in a role you never signed up for. You were never loved. You were used. A puppet for their ego trip. A part of the performance. And when you finally break free, the truth hits hard. You were just a tool in their game all along. 4. Living with a ghost. The reality of a narcissistic marriage. Let's be honest. Being married to a covert narcissist can feel like living in a nightmare. One day, everything seems fine. They are charming, kind, even loving. But then it hits you. None of it is real. The mask comes off, and what's underneath is cold, empty, and unrecognizable. You're not in a real partnership. You're in a relationship with a phantom. They are there in body, but emotionally, mentally, they are completely checked out. They don't care about you. They care about what they can get from you: attention, admiration, financial support, or social status. And when they've taken everything you had to give, you're left wondering, where did my partner go? You're not alone. There's always a third party. There's something else haunting the relationship. It could be an ex they won't stop comparing you to, a toxic parent they can't let go of, or maybe it's unresolved pain from their past they never deal with, but it always shows up in your marriage. Whatever it is, you're always in a competition you can't win. You're constantly fighting for their attention, love, or approval. And no matter what you do, it's never enough. Because the real problem isn't you. It's the ghost in the room, something from their past that still controls them and keeps them emotionally unavailable. 5. The final wake-up call. When you become yesterday's news. Eventually, they'll decide you're no longer useful. They've taken your time, energy, love, and maybe even your money. And once they feel there's nothing left to gain, they'll walk away without a second thought. There's no guilt, no sadness, only relief, because in their mind, the deal is done. You're no longer a source of supply, so you're no longer needed. You might be heartbroken, confused, even shocked. But to them, you're just old news. Like a phone upgrade, they've moved on to the next shiny, useful person who will admire and serve them. They won't beg you to stay. They won't apologize. In fact, they might not say anything at all. Instead, they may disappear, spin the story to make you look like the problem, and quickly find someone new to fill your place. You'll be left hurt and discarded, like none of it ever mattered. But here's the truth. It wasn't your fault. You were dealing with someone who never saw you as a real partner, just a tool to boost their ego. You might find yourself sitting there, asking, how did I not see it? How did I fall for all of it? The truth is, it wasn't your fault. You weren't dealing with a loving partner. You were dealing with someone who only saw you as a tool, something to use. And once you stopped serving their needs, they threw you away. Here's the harsh reality. Covert narcissists don't marry for love. They marry for status, for attention, and to look good in front of others. You're not their partner. You're part of their image. Like a new car or flashy trophy, you're just there to help them look successful. They mold you into what they want. They charm you. They make you believe it's real. But it's all an act. And when that mask starts to slip, and it always does, you'll feel it. The coldness, the distance, the emptiness. That's when it hits you. You were never really loved. You were used. And once you're no longer useful, they won't feel bad. They'll just walk away, like you never mattered. If you're in a relationship like this, it's time to open your eyes. You're not chasing love anymore. You're chasing freedom. You deserve real love, real care, not someone who uses you like a pawn in their ego game. If this message hits home, hit like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Tell your story. Speak your truth. You're not alone. And don't forget to check out the other videos. This journey is tough, but you don't have to go through it alone. Stay strong. Stay awake. You've got this.